everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Just give it a sec. Okay, so everything you heard there was being played by just one instance of the new PolyBud Polyrhythmic sequencer from Chem Clay. So yeah, it's awesome. You only need one sequence and you can go on and on and on doing all sorts of cool polyrhythmic stuff, or not polyrhythmic, it's up to you. Easiest way to do this is I'm just going to show you another quick thing. I'm going to set one of these up from scratch so you'll understand exactly how this works. This should be actually really useful for you all in your modular world. Okay, so I'm going to just open this next file. Now, you can also use PolyBud to control CC as well. So in this instance, what's happening here is, let me just take PolyBud out a sec. I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to take the ratcheting off as well. So Riffer is playing Sunriser. Keep an eye on the envelope amount here, and I'm going to turn this down. PolyBud is playing this instance of KQ Sampai, but it's also modulating the envelope amount on channel 2, so CC track 2, and on note track 1 it's just playing this. Yeah, yes. So track 2 is controlling the envelope amount on Sunriser, and track 1 here is playing the piano. Okay, so before it gets too confusing, what I'm going to do is I'll just save this session, overwrite it. Now what I'll do is I'll set up a new session. Okay, clear. Set up a MIDI track here for PolyBud and one channel. Okay, so we'll set PolyBud up here, PolyBud doing like this. And in this one channel here, I will put in, let's see, something easy to follow along with. So maybe a any synth. You know what you get to? Yeah, we'll put a house mark one. So I really like the sound of that piano. So at the moment, there's just this one house mark one. And what we're going to do is go into the PolyBud menu. See where it says MIDI output? We're just going to send PolyBud to... oh, hang on a minute. I can't do that, can I? So I'm going to send to house mark 1. Sorry about that. So I'm going to send the output of PolyBud to house mark 1. But I am going to go and start to filter out MIDI channels here. So none, and select channel 1. And if we go in now to PolyBud, let's expand this a little bit, you'll see that the first mode is note velocity. And this is automatically going. Now, if we go to settings, we've only got one track, but we can add as many MIDI tracks as we like. Okay, so MIDI track is MIDI channel. Note track 1 is set to MIDI channel 1. And the octave is 2, the minimum octave is 2, and the maximum octave is 3. We don't need to worry about anything else at the moment. The scale is C major to start with. We can change that. Let's change this to maybe, I'll find it now. You've got a lot of scales that you can choose from here. Tons and tons of them. So we shall go with pentatonic major because it's nice, and we'll leave it on C. So now we have this, and it's just going to play this C2 note, right? That's all it's going to play. And it's only going to play it 4 times like this, but we can have it play it 5 times. And this is good. You know, you're not going to hear anything until I add another. It's Jamie here. Hi, Jamie. Hi, hi, Cara. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Sam. Hi, Dan. And anyone else I may have missed or I didn't say hello to earlier. So if we change the note to a G2 now. See, it's already polyrhythmic. It's not going to do this, but we can add more. So let's add a few more notes in, right? Let's go to velocity. So you'll really hear the velocity on this piano. We also have, now if you notice, right, what's brilliant about this is all these tracks, the velocity, the gate, the ratchet, the probability, and the random, they can also all be set to different lengths as well. So we could put that on 7, the ratchet one, and then we can but because the length is different than the note, each ratchet is going to ratchet on a different note. It's going to fold round on itself. That's genius. We can also do it for the velocity. We also have probability. So each of your sort of tracks will start off with 4 notes in them. And because the other tracks are still tracking along, the probabilities will also vary as well. And then you've got randomization, so you could add some more. But you can even just type in an amount, you know, 50, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So you can actually go bonkers. But we won't do that. We'll take it back to something sensible, like let's take it back to 9. To increase the velocity for some of these. Now we also have gate. So brilliant. Now that's track 1. We can add another track, and it'll ask us if we want to add a note or a CC. So if you want to do what I did earlier with the Sunriser one, you add a CC track, but I'm going to add another note track, okay? And I'm going to go into my settings here, and you'll see note track 2 has appeared, and I'm going to set that to MIDI channel 2. I'm going to add another instrument here. I'll turn the volume. Well, it's not going to be connected yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'll add Synthmaster 2 in, and I'll just find a kind of a pluck type sound quickly. Pluck, and let's see. Here we go. Oriental piano, that'll do us. And I'm going to make sure that my MIDI is focused on channel 2. Like that, and then I'm going to send my MIDI out, PolyBud MIDI out here to Synthmaster, and you'll see it's playing that 1C again. But check this out, right? We're going to go to note track 2 where that 1C is just playing along. I'm going to go to settings here for note track 2 and change the minimum octave to 3. Which is going to prevent it from dropping below the 3rd octave. But it's going to maintain, of course, our scale in key. So both of them will change. Let's add a few more. Change our probabilities a bit. For track 2, probability so you can set these to any lengths you like. Add another instrument. Again, I'm gonna filter my MIDI to channel 3 this time. I'm gonna connect it up to PolyBud this here. I can do it here or here or here. Let's add a channel. Let's add a note channel. Go into settings. Note channel 3 for channel 3, which is Troublemaker. Let's go to channel 3 now. Let's open ratcheting and double that amount. Start to get a bit ambient now. Channel 4. Let's go back to this. Let's add another track. Let's send channel 4 to channel 4. And let's connect it up. Let's open an instrument. But let's change the way the octave is. So let's put this up an octave. So no track 4. We'll go to our settings and just put our octave up a bit there. But let's limit the octave this time, so it'll just, when I randomize, it'll randomize notes between just that one octave. Let's add maybe 6 steps in. Let's look at the ratcheting. See what we can do with some drums. So I'm going to need to add another MIDI channel. Note. Track number 6. I'm going to set the settings for track number 6 now to MIDI. Sorry, track number 5 to MIDI channel 5. What's happening here? Let's see. It's number 6, right? Okay, so I need to filter my MIDI. What am I doing here? Right, I know. So this needs to go to, it's going to PolyBud, that's okay. Where's my MIDI gone? It's weird. Right, okay, so I do need a track 6, so track 5 needs to change. MIDI channel 5, that's track 5, that's fine. And this, excuse me. It's weird. Right, anyway. Sorry. Drag that over. Add a new track. Note. So this is track 6 now. Note. Settings. Track 6 wants to be going to MIDI channel 6. Done. And then I need to, want to connect that to sure why that's not working properly as I'm expecting it to work, you know. Now, maybe it's because it's looking for some different notes. It's only finding the bass notes. Doesn't matter. We'll scrap that one and let's just carry on with instruments, because that would take me too much messing around to, you know, find out. Let's try another Bram Boss one. Bram. Excuse me. Let's try. Oh, dog. Bram Boss. Do you know, I'm having a laugh. I am. Here we go. I'm having a laugh. Where is it? Where's Ripple Maker? There it is. I'm going to set this now to PolyBud on channel 6. That's better. At any time we want to go in and jump and have a mess around with the different settings, all you've got to do is remember which channels, which obviously this is channel 2. You can check anyway by checking the filtering. Go to channel 2. You can change this round. Then we can go in and change the key and stuff. Or we can change the rates as well, by the way, so again, just for clarity, we'll do another one. So I'll save this so you'll understand. So you just so you're getting the idea. You're getting the idea here. So I'll call this PolyBud 3 because it's the third session it uses. PolyBud 3 and save and clear. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. So basic stuff again, MIDI, but this time we'll do two channels. So in the first one, of course, we shall place PolyBud, fine. And in this one, we shall put, actually, I'll use pure piano. Here we go. Get it loaded. And like I said, and in this one we oops, not me. In this one, I'll put in a KQ sample, what we did last night. I'll change the sound first of all to something like. I'll try the drums on this actually, just for fun. See what happens. It might work a little bit better with this. If I can find some, I'll be down the bottom somewhere, will I guess. All right. Hope you were all doing okay. Should get some drums in a sec. Here we go, some standard drums. So I'll put some electronic drums in this. And what I will do, I know it says port 1 there, but it doesn't really because that's internal. I will set none, and I'll choose channel 2 as the channel filter, so it's only going to get info from channel 2 of this. And the same again with this, I'll choose none and channel filter 1. So this time I will just add another note one. So we've got 2 tracks, track 1, track 2. Oh, thanks, David. Bless you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to open settings, and we see we've got our 2 tracks now because we've added 2 tracks. So track 1, track 2. We're going to leave MIDI channel on track 1, on MIDI channel 1, and on track 2 we're going to choose MIDI channel 2. So it's going to receive. It's going to send to the drums. Sorry. This is going to be the source for the drums. So hopefully this will kind of sound okay. Then we need to connect them, obviously. So MIDI out to here and to here. And we should be good to go. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to sound. I know this will play a C. Okay. So it's playing the drums. So let's open up for channel 2. No track channel 2. Okay. So if I put 7 in now, we're going to get polyrhythmic going on. See, like this is a good way to show you polyrhythm. And let's look at velocity, shall we? So this obviously needs to come up a bit. And if it's not loud enough, obviously just go into AUM and add some dynamics. Now you're not really going to notice you can start to notice the polyrhythmicness of it on the drums now, right? So if I add in another one of those, and I then automatically I'll filter my channel straight away, channel 3. I'll go into the actual thing here and add the electronic drums back in on this one. Okay. and we can go and find out. We can also just connect up PolyBud to the second one of those. So this is track 3 now, so I'm going to add in a note channel, track 3. I'm going to set the settings to track 3 to be MIDI channel 3 because it was playing the piano then, it was on channel 1, so it was doubling up on my piano. So MIDI channel 3 now for track 3, which is our that kick again, right? So let's go to track 3, make sure we're in. Let's see if we can find a see if we can find a hat. Actually, that might be nice. So let's put a bunch of them in at C4. Let's put 6 in, so it's going to be odd. And let's ratchet. Let's have 8 of them. 9. So this is going to vary each time it comes round, and also we'll sort out the velocity. This is channel 1. So there is the kind of cool stuff you can do with PolyBud. You can have each of these steps at different timing, so you can create all sorts of strange rhythms and stuff like that. You can have them set to straightforward timings as well, but for the purposes of the demo, it's best to show it as, you know, you're doing all the strange stuff. So you can make it sound super ambient, you can make it sound super glitchy. You can speed the rates up for the different tracks. If I go to, say, track 3, you'll see it's on a different rate. So all rates are independently controllable. Each track is, like I showed you at the beginning, you can control the CCs. If you added a CC track instead, when you add a CC track, it just asks you what CC number do you want to control. So as long as you know the number you want to send to, you can do all that cool stuff. But sending the CC information off to another synth, like I did do at in the original video with Sunriser. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me this evening. Thank you for the super chats. Bless you. There's still time. There's still time to super chat me and Joe. Excuse me. And I'm feeling a lot better today, by the way. Thank you for asking earlier. From yesterday's, God, I felt awful last night. Tell you, I'm not kidding. My arms just feels a bit bruised now. You know what I mean? But yesterday it was really throbbing. It was throbbing like a complete bot. Anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, awesome stuff. PolyBud, I think it's great. I think it's $4.99. So I guess $4.99. Thanks, Kenny. You are a man. Thank you very much. I think it's, so guess $4.49 if it's UK pounds. So pretty reasonable. I also think if you're a fan of the Bud apps, as of course I am, and I know Jamie, if he's still here, is a huge fan of Chem's apps, this is going to be a no-brainer for you. The fact you saw the amount of steps we can add and subtract, of course. It's interesting because if we just mute these for each of these pianos, right? If we go into so you have 14 steps, and that's playing the note. If we go into ratcheting, you'll see there's only 4 steps, or we could put 5. So this is going to travel along and ratchet. But the other sequence, so that it's going to ratchet the same place, but with different notes, because the notes are longer. And the same with gating. Or the probability, of course, that it will play. But can be set for as many steps as you like. I think it's brilliant. Anyway, guys, I'll let this mess around for a few minutes, and I will see you all hopefully tomorrow with some other bits and pieces. Okay, bless you all, and yes, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, depending where you are upon in the world. Ta-da!